All right. It is February 2nd, and talk of the town is silver. So, gold as well. But who is going to buy the dip on silver? It's not going to be me, but that's what people are talking about. Now, if you are new to this channel, do these lives Monday through Friday. Typically, we like to have a thumbnail so you know to click on it, but YouTube doesn't want us to have a thumbnail today, so c'est la vie. But silver and gold, and people want to buy copper too. Fundamentally, it might be the case. I personally think that you might want to let things shake out a little bit first. There's really not a lot of interesting opportunities right now. I mean, we can look in detail, but basically, silver and gold went up a ton in the past month, really in the past few months, and they came down. Okay, 30% in one day for silver. Money did rotate into oil to some extent. You can see the XLE oil ETF. You can see ConocoPhillips, XOM, CVX, ExxonMobil, and Chevron. Some movement up in the past week. I don't think there's excellent entries there right now either. As far as the one stock that could change early buyers' lives, I think there is some opportunity. It depends on what gains volume this morning. Definitely not rare earths. Probably not these biotech stocks. You can't really go for big tech stocks either because Google has earnings this week. But I do still think it could be early in the life cycle of Meta. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, but let's just take a look at these charts so we can get a little better grip on the opportunities here. So here are the opportunities as I see them ranked by dollar volume. You can see I have Meta right up there on the top, and this earnings reaction was pretty good. Is it a great spot to buy Meta? Probably not, to be real with you. But if it can get over this 750, which you see it rejected up there, it's definitely an opportunity. So this is the level, 740, 750. Really, if you can get over this 740, let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is the close. There's about 3 times where it tested that level. So it could be interesting. And, around the horn, sort of, NVIDIA, I believe, had some news come out this morning that's actually not incredibly bullish for NVIDIA. So I would be a little cautious there. But yeah, it's basically a hey, we're going to do the 100 billion to OpenAI, but not actually. So we'll see how that shakes out. I do think Google looks the best of big tech, so keep an eye on that. It has this line as well, technically, and earnings are going to come out, and that can really only help. So that's on watch, as well as Meta. And that's the question, JP. Yeah. He was just mentioning, I can put this up on the screen in just a moment here. Is it a rotation or is it a dip in metals? It's a reasonable question. I'm just putting the chat up on the screen so we can see it, but it's unknown, right? But I'm not being too evasive here. in that we're going to know by the next day, right? I mean, if we can't hold here and this just sort of starts to bleed out, I'm just using CDE because that's a stock I was looking at, a mining company. I could really just look at SIL directly, right? The silver ETF. If this just bleeds out sideways and down, I would be very wary of buying silver. Even, you know, you might get one opportunity off of here, but it's not a great look, right? But if it can hold sideways or have a bounce, bounce might even be pretty messy, then yeah, it definitely looks like just a dip and not necessarily rotation. But the money did rotate out of them, obviously. We see that here. It's just a question of, did it go into cash? It definitely went into oil. We saw that. But right now, I'm just going to get rid of this chat, but go ahead and type your questions in there and we can put that right back up there. Right now, what else is there? And, you know, there's some opportunities to look at least. You know, Verizon had earnings, so you can buy over here if some volume comes into that. I'm actually going to be jumping into Discord just in a moment, so I'm sort of prepared for, you see what I've got going on here. This is sort of a taste of what we've got going on in the Discord here. So the screener over here is just giving the change on the day. These are all high volume stocks. These are all high volume stocks as well. So, you know, if you can get a big move right off the open on a stock you're already looking at over here, that's pretty much as good as it gets. So you're getting in, you know, where there is enough volume to get in, but you're not after all the big volume is sort of already given the hint away that the stock's going to move. So I don't think any of these are that interesting. I did put Walmart on here as well. You know, ASDS has to really hold. But most of these are sort of, I mean, Bloom Energy has to get their earnings. Not really that exciting. Carvana, I think I could just take off, really. I mean, some of these are speculative at best. But if you're real astute or real meticulous to almost a fault, or focused, whatever, not busy, here's a list of stocks to look at. Of course, this list I came up with, so probably be more valuable to find a list you came up with, and then, you know, see if there's some overlap and go from there. But there's another one, RCL, where still has to get up over that level, so not really super excited about any. Starbucks just sort of got wrecked. Super excited about any of these personally, but there's definitely a long list, laundry list of stocks that are still on watch should the market turn up, that I definitely want to be keeping an eye on. LUV, maybe along with Verizon. So this ALAB never really materialized. GM, you know, see if it can hold there. Some of these are smaller as well. I have them on here. These are ranked by dollar volume, of course, so now we're really getting into the smaller names. But if any of these do get volume, I'll be keeping an eye on them. Of course, I'll see in the Discord, or, you know, if you want to take me up on that trial, see whenever you find your way in there. It's $25. Try it out for 7 days. But that pretty much does it for this live. Again, hopefully YouTube will figure out how to allow me to put a thumbnail up. I've never seen that before. So hopefully that's just a Monday morning thing. But that resulted in me doing this little scan instead of a you know, face-to-face chat on the market broadly. So hope that helps. About 10 minutes. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you want more. And if you like the recent videos, check out the videos tab. So I will see you in the next one. Good luck. Enjoy. be well. Also, remember to check out the free newsletter at free.stockscommunity.com. You'll get the transcript of the most recent videos, and you'll also get